When the chief priests therefore and the servants had seen him, they cried out, saying, Crucify him, crucify him. Pilate saith to them, Take him you and crucify him, for I find no cause in him. The Jews answered him, We have a law, and according to the law he ought to die, because he made himself the Son of God. When Pilate therefore had heard this, he feared the more. And he entered into the hall again, and he said to Jesus, Whence art thou? But Jesus gave him no answer. Pilate therefore saith to him, Speakest thou not to me? Knowest thou not that I have the power to crucify thee, and I have the power to release thee? Jesus answered, Thou shouldst not have any power against me, unless it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that hath delivered me to thee hath the greater sin. Jesus was crucified for blasphemy because he said, I am the Christ, the Son of God. Would anyone really suffer such a death as his? Scourging, crowning with thorns, mocked as royalty with a soiled purple garment, and given blows, besides walking the way of the cross and the crucifixion which were to follow, if he was only joking. What good would it have done him to die for a joke? Would you? But if he was really the way to the Father, God, the truth who stuck to the truth even though he could have lied, and would have been rewarded by Satan for it, and thereby avoided the pain of his crucifixion and the new life he came to offer us. But even through the terrible ordeal, he told the truth. I am God, and I'm doing God's will. The Gospels were written in haste and in fear because of persecution. The knowledge of Jesus' death is told in as few words as possible, even though they were written several years later by those closest to him. The Church of Jesus Christ has been heavily persecuted even today. It is normal to worship power and glory and resent humility and meekness. But Jesus, God, came to show each human being that it is not outward show and wealth that God judges, but your heart, your mind, your will, and your actions. When he died, Christians were known by the cross or the sign of the fish. His apostles, mostly fishermen by occupation, went fearlessly all over the world and spread the good news that the promised Messiah had come and gone, that now the gates of salvation were open and man could enter. The ticket to heaven can only be given if a person has changed his sinful life and decided to forsake evil, to become like God, like his Son, Jesus. The early Christians believed so much in Jesus that the Colosseum was an entertainment gallery for all unbelievers. Do you really believe? Does Jesus rule your life? Cultivate your faith by reading the Bible, praising God in your life, and forgiving others. To meet Jesus in life is the changing point where new life starts. Pray that it happens to you.